welcome Dr. Chadha and bless our effort, because in this webinar series, Chadha Sahab is one of the big names that we have here. He has always been graceful enough to come to our college whenever we ask. No, sir, Dr. Manoj Sinha sir, please come and welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Dwivedi.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Dwivedi. It's always a pleasure to be in a function of the psychology department, Aryabhatta College, in the sense that it's a hard-working department. It's doing a lot for its students, for faculty development, and all around. And today, though there is a difference in age and experience, and yet Professor Chadha remains a friend of sorts with all our level differences. I mean, Chadha Sahab is such an experienced person, old hand at Delhi University, etc. But उनका बहुत सारा स्नेह प्यार जो है वो हमेशा मिलता रहा है और बहुत समय से मिलता रहा है. He just now mentioned our DUTA days, which was just for the knowledge of newer colleagues who have come in. That was late 90s, when all of you were either in school or still learning the nuances of everything. Yeah. That is when I and Professor Chadha used to be, interacting on many platforms and doing a lot of work together on many aspects of university, within the university. So, on the other side, I have known Professor Chadha as a very prominent scholar of around psychology, and many of you which you don't know is that even around training, psychological training, I and Professor Chadha have collaborated. Yes. And Professor Chadha trained some of the today's highest officials in the income tax department. So if any of you get any income tax problems, you know where to go. I mean, Professor Chadha has trained all the high officials who CBDT ke member has bane hue hain. That's because in the early 2000s, Professor Chadha was training income tax officials, and I was somehow, a coordinator or a facilitator of those programs in the Income Tax or the Direct Taxes Institute in Lucknow at that time. So there has been some, academic bondage also between me and Professor Chadha, and I know him as a great trainer. I mean, so many good words were heard. I'm not going to narrate all of them, but the experiences have been nice. And a friend is now a colleague of Professor Chadha in Manav, Rachna. Sanjay Srivastav is working with him over there, and with him also we get to talk sometimes about Professor Chadha's contribution towards that university where he works presently in the research wing. And it's all great. So it's a pleasure to have you here, Professor Chadha. Unfortunately, the COVID does not allow us to meet in person, which is always a greater pleasure, But we'll look forward to normal times and welcoming you physically in Aryabhatta College very soon. But today, webinars also give us an opportunity, another kind of opportunity to keep on interacting while we are sitting at home, all of us. So thank you for agreeing to come, Professor Chadha, and it blesses us in many ways. It blesses my faculty members in psychology department and all our students and all the others who have joined in today in this webinar. Thank you so much, Professor Chadha. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Sinha. There is some similarity between Dr. Manoj Sinha and Professor Chadha. Despite this COVID threat and everything, both have the appearance of a spring chicken, always smart, ready to talk, discuss things. And maybe because of their association, this effect does take place in a way. So thank you, Dr. Manoj Sinha. You have always been going out of the way to help us. And today also, you are here to welcome Professor Chadha. Now, let me talk something about Professor Chadha. Means it is useless to talk about him, but still it has to be done. Professor Chadha is a professor and dean of international relations, chairperson of the council of the doctoral program at Manav Rachna International University. He is the president of the Indian Career Development Association. He is the president of the Indian Association of Positive Psychology. And very recently, he has taken over the responsibility of the president of being a president of the International Career Coach Association, United States of America. He is involved in the development of standardized psychological tests for many multinational companies and public sector companies for the recruitment of the candidates at a very high and middle level. He is one of the leading psychometrician in India and abroad, and his book, Applied Psychometry, is very popular around the world. He has been the professor and head of the Department of Psychology. He has been the former director and head of the Department of Adult Continuing Education and Extension. He has been the chairman of the Board of Research Studies in Humanities and Social Sciences, University of Delhi. And he has been for 5 consecutive years the panel of judge for PM's Trophy for Steel Industry. He has also been the member of the task force of the Performance Management Division of the Cabinet Secretariat, Government of India. And he is a senior consultant to UNDP on the career development. Professor Chadha has authored many books, for example, Applied Psychometry, Aging and Aged, Challenges to Indian Gerontology, Think Before Getting Grey, Realm of Psychology, Arts and Science of Parenting. And he has authored a very famous book, Social Aging in a Delhi Neighborhood, with Professor John Van Willingen. He's a professor in the University of Kentucky, United States of America. And he has published about more than 120 articles. And more than 50 PhDs have been supervised by him. Professor Chadha, when I was going through your books and everything, the title suggests one thing. You are very much concerned about the process of aging, and therefore you have got some clue how to stop the process of aging. And whenever I come across you, I always want to ask one question, the clue, the secret of not aging, stopping the clock of aging. You are always dynamic, always on the go, very smartly managing things, and always ready means you are a patron of the Department of Psychology of the Aryabhatta College. Whenever we have asked you, you have always come. I remember the first lecture when you talked about out-of-the-box thinking. In the second lecture, you were talking about the Igbo culture of Nigeria and others, theory of incarnation and others you were talking. In the third time when you were visiting, you talked about the great things. I remember it even now. And now you are coming the fourth time. And in the COVID-19 crisis, you are the best person to tell us how to escape the crisis, the emotional quotient and others that you are talking about. Sir, we are very grateful, sir, that you have accepted our invitation and come to deliver lecture. So please, sir, now you take the stage, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rakesh Vidhi, for giving such a long introduction, which made me scared after listening such a long introduction. But I think you have done this purposefully. I can understand why you are giving this long introduction, because you have not left any scope for me to start from the baseline. You took me from the baseline and brought me up to here, this level, you know, at the shoulders level, and left me there. And indirectly what you are telling me, no, you can't start from the bottom. You can't start with 2 plus 2. You have to start higher exponential order. So this is another challenge. I accept this challenge. I will try to do justice. And Manoj rightly said, we have enjoyed long time together. When I was delivering a training over there, it was Manoj only sent me to the income tax high officials. He recommended my name. And I am sure he is happy with my contribution over there. There was no complaint came to him, because it's much more responsibility of the person who recommends someone. I'm very clear. If someone asks me to recommend someone for any position or anything, you know, in the corporate or any principal, my colleague principal asks me to recommend some good students, I'm extra cautious, because I know if the students are not performing properly as a teacher, then it's not the student reputation. My own reputation will also be jeopardize in that case. So, I will straight move to the topic, immediately, which I thought to discuss to you. I know it's a big challenge, and coming to Aryabhatta College, I feel at home always, because I feel I'm going back to my Mackay. Now, Mackay mein wapas ja raha hu. Okay, well, it's that way, because all of you are my colleagues. I enjoyed work for 38 years in Delhi University, and we have seen all ups and downs of Delhi University, and still it's going on. At times we contribute, and whenever the invitation comes from any colleague from any of the college, obviously I feel home, because my own home is calling me, so I have a responsibility to go over there. So I will just give me a moment, let me just put my presentation on the screen. Can you see my presentation? No, not yet. This is just, sometimes this technology also plays. Can you see my presentation?
No,
Hello?
sir.
No,
No,
Not
sir.
yet, sir.
No, sir.
Not yet, sir.
Is there? No. Not yet?
Not yet. Not yet. sir.
No, not yet.
Let me try once more. Struggle with this.
Yes,
Now
sir,
it
it's
is
coming up.
coming.
We can see.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
No, it's visible. You can see it. Okay, thank you. Okay, now you can see my
Yes, sir.
slide.
We can see. We can see.
Post-COVID,
Yes, sir.
post-COVID-19 EQ paradigm. So post-COVID, because in last 4 months we have been talking about COVID crisis, and we have seen the impact on the mental health and the physical health of the COVID-19. It's confined us to the 4 wall of our house, our rooms, or our building, whatever you call it. And whatever we are in a position to do today is all through this virtual technology which I am using at this moment. People say it's a challenge. Now, the first thing which comes to the mind the moment we talk about COVID-19, a question came to our mind. We start with a very small question, and then the number of questions keep on increasing. I'm sure at this moment also, these questions must be there in your mind. Even on my presentation also, some of you must be thinking that what I'm going to talk, how I'm going to take emotional intelligence as a paradigm shift to manage the post-COVID crisis in life. Even for example, the examination of Delhi University, open book examination, the moment this comes, Not one question, then n number of questions are there in each one of us. And then at this moment, everyone is experiencing an impact of the present crisis, which are due to lockdown. Started one time, second time, third time, then unlocking. The first day, second day, third day, and again there is a. We have been listening from the news on and off that some of the states have again turning to lockdown. May not be entire state, maybe in some part of the state. So we lived for 120 days in this lockdown period. So the question comes, did we lost anything in 120 days? Approximately 4 months? Or did we make a gain in the 120 days? I'm sure this question must be hitting your mind. It's hitting me also. When there were a lot of intense debate by going about the 120 days, the journey which we had taken starting from March. And being psychologists, getting a lot of calls for counseling. And you may be aware that the national newspaper had given my name along with few more as to give the counseling on the COVID crisis. Delhi University also put in the website my name along with other my 4 colleagues from different places to handle. Every time we were getting calls, initially we were getting main calls about the examination, about the admission, and then gradually it moved to the mental health and the physical health effect. That time, last month, I thought to do little bit empirical data to see that what is the loss or what is the gain? Is there loss or gain by this process? And here is little finding which I am sharing with you. This is online survey which is done on the 3800 sample from the age starting from 17 up to 45 age. That group which were taken, but definitely our sample is a secured one. It's not a normal distributor because this is sample of those people who have the knowledge how to handle the internet, how to answer on the internet. Not only people who cannot answer. If you see that this group, which you and me are belong to this group, that's the reason it's very important. There is a gain is more than loss. 68% of the respondents say it's a good sign. That means there's a optimistic approach in our mindset. On the other hand, there were 21% say gain is less than loss. Loss is much more. Again is less we compare. So this gives insight to see what are the parameters on which this gain is more experienced or hopefully to be experienced in the future by our population. If you go to my next slide, here you will find in post-COVID period, which is will come, or I would say start coming also. People say no, still there's a lot of COVID virus across, number of cases are increasing. And some people are taking positively saying recovery is much faster. much more than the death or the active cases. But this is spreading. But at the same time, when it's spreading, we start opening up also. We start moving also. We try to take this as a opportunity by 35%. Challenge against a kind of opportunity. We say COVID-19 throwing a challenge, that means it's inspiring you to get back, convert this challenge to an opportunity. Threats, it's not, I don't take threats as an actor. I think once you feel the threat, only then you try to find some kind of challenge and change those challenge to the opportunity to come out. And 30% say it's a confused state. So 30% say it's strategies to be formulated. And one of these strategies, what we are doing today, this is also one of the strategies. We are getting connected, not only the city of Delhi, maybe across the city of Delhi. You have moved, not only Google Meet, we are connected, we have thrown it to the YouTube and Facebook also. So people are watching it. That means we are trying to reach to the people, connecting and making the entire world as a global village. Yes, a very small portion, I can understand, who are confused, 5%, and undecided, 14%. So if I put together the opportunity, challenge, threat, and strategies, I take this a positive need, this is a desire to excel irrespective of the circumstances created by unknown enemy. You and me can't see it. Then what need to maintain? If that's true, then we go to the function of maintaining it. 6 things. That is mental health, big issue. And mental health professionals have to address. They're addressing, it's not they're not addressing. They have to address. And maybe it's college. Aryabhatta College, psychology department will have to take a lead. Some of you must be taking an individual level, but a collective level need to be taken to maintain the mental health. And physical health is not only the domain of the medical doctors or the physicians. It's absolutely linked. They also to talk with. If your mental health is not maintained properly, physical health can't be ensured. There are many strategies, very simple strategies. I know sometimes people say, when I talk about physical health with the people, I'm given a couple of webinars, people say, we are not allowed to go to the park. We are not allowed to go outside the house. My house has 2 rooms or 3 rooms, which are very small room in size, say by 15 by 10 feet or 15 by 20 feet. How I can maintain my physique? How I can do the exercise? I can't go to gym. And then, as expert, you are talking about physical health maintaining. There are many activities, my dear friends, my dear students, also colleagues, you can do sitting at home. I will not indulge into that because if time will permit, you can ask me, then I will give you some of the physical things. Then, developing resilience. Today's challenge to be taken as opportunity for tomorrow. Bouncing back. And very well. The day for yesterday, I was attending one webinar of Delhi Institute arranged by Hansai College on the admission. I think yesterday at 4. I was amazed to see how diligently have managed to go for the admission of the undergraduate, postgraduate. How they are educating. So that means, and avoid one of the major difficulties with many of us, procrastination. कल कर लेंगे, परसों कर लेंगे, फिर हो जाएगा, कल परसों नहीं आएगा. Do it. For example, I tell my friends, कि Ramayana, every one of us seen so many times from when we were child, we used to go to see the Ram Leela. And live Ramayana we used to see, Ramanand Sagar Ramayana we have seen. I think it's known to each one of own tips. There may be many lessons in there. लेकिन मुझे एक ही lesson, I know only one lesson which I share and discuss with my friends and colleagues and students. That is, कल का काम आज करो, आज का काम अभी करो. This was told by Ravana to Lakshman. When Ravana was on the deathbed, Lakshman went to take the teaching from him. Ram sent him. Go. He said, कल का काम आज, that will help you to avoid your procrastination. Developing self to fight and fright. Fighting and then flight. Here you require new paradigms. This requires new paradigms, and I will be talking today on one of the paradigms, that is emotional quotient. How emotional quotient can help you to achieve, to conquer, or to overcome the obstacles. Emotion quotient will take you to the level of success. Success at work, success as family, success as student, in every walk of life. And some might ask me, what is success? It's very relative. You need to redefine your success. And emotional intelligence will help you. And what I will be talking, giving in detail the emotional intelligence, divided that into components, where I will try to help you to understand the emotions of yours and others. Then from there we will go and define emotional intelligence in very simple terms. I'm not going to bring any theories and models. I want to give it practically. Then to help you to identify person and self also. Whether you play under high emotional intelligence syndrome or low emotional intelligence syndrome. Identification. Then we'll go to the developmental part. Can it be developed? If yes, how one can develop. Here are 20 emotions. I've shown my screen. Just think. Just take 1 minute time. Think or relate which emotion is there. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a very close to you. It is very close part of your behavior towards friends, towards family, towards society. Angry, you can see the face. Worry, bored, confused, guilty, disgust, frustrated, happy, sad, jealous, mean, rage, content, scared, shy, sorry, surprised, suspicious, tired, and anxious. So you identify. Be honest with yourself. I'm not asking you to share with me. It's good to know. Okay. Now I'm moving to my next slide. Tell me what this face, I think the face is familiar, what this face is expressing. One option. Just mark with you. Just see for 10 seconds. Can you make out what this face is expressing? Happiness?
Yes, sir.
Interest? So once you identify what this face is expressing, please also identify what are those parameters, 1 or 2 or 3, on which you are saying this face is showing happiness or this face is showing politeness. Whatever comes to your mind. Then I will give you the global data to recognize what this face is expressing. This face is expressing happiness. Why? Due to eyelids and lips. Lips, corners pulled up. Eyelids, muscles tightened around eyes, forcing off lower eyelids. You got it? This face is expressing 2 parameters which shows, and this happens with you also. Whenever you face the happiness, these are the factors, they are global recognized, identifiable points on which. Don't worry if you make a mistake, no problem. When I try to identify first time, I also make a mistake. First second, don't be afraid. We always learn from mistake is to learn further. Okay? Now let's see what this face is expressing. This face is expressing what? Embarrassment, sadness, amusement, shame. What this face is expressing? Sadness? Yes, why? Amusement, embarrassment, shame. I hope you identified, and just think why you identifying. Why, if you say embarrassment, what are the points on which you are saying? Don't worry, it will help you to identify. You're not becoming a master today, but definitely, slowly we will go in that direction only. This face is expressing embarrassment. Why? Head and lips. Head moves down and to the side. Lips pressed together, a corners turn up slightly. I hope it makes sense. This face is expressing embarrassment. No problem. Let's see what this face is expressing. This face is expressing what? Compassion, sadness, anger, interest. Could you make out? And why you are saying this face is showing anger? Why? What are those 1 or 2 or 3 points which is helping you to come to the conclusion in showing anger or interest or compassion or sadness? This face is expressing compassion. This face is expressing compassion. Why? I've given you the answer. Now try to recognize the points on which you think I'm making my answer. The 3 things: eyebrows, head, and lips in this case. That is, eyebrows pulled in and up, head tilt forward slightly, lips pressed together. Okay. What about this? Last one. Then I will move to define it. Last one. This phase expressing what? Fear, interest, surprise, or compassion. Identified? I am sure this time many of you, so this is my, whenever I give a training on this, I find that the moment I reach to my fourth figure, about 80-85% people make correct judgments. So their mindset has moved in that direction now. The first picture, very few is make out. Second, number increase. But fourth, I find 80-85 or 90% people, or this time also it must be happening. And this is expressing surprise. Okay, this phase is expressing surprise due to eyes and mouth. Mouth opens as jaw drops, eyebrows and upper eyelids rise. I hope some of you must be smiling on your judgment now. I must be happy to see the accuracy of judgment now by this time. Clear? I tried to help you to identify few emotions from the list slide which I've shown you other of 20 emotions. And thus, what are emotions? Emotions are internal conscious states that we infer in ourselves and others. Two elements are bringing in ourselves and in others. Emotions are private experiences. The feelings are what one experiences as the result of having emotions. So I'm bringing in feelings, the churning which is done in the stomach. I'm not asking you to stay only on the thinking is important, but I'm just bringing to the near to the stomach. It's churning something is happening inside. We use operation definitions because we cannot actually see emotions. So operationally, externally, we will try to define it in my next 1 or 2 slides. We infer observable behavior accesses the emotion. Whatever the behavior we demonstrate outside, externally, we infer from that, whatever we observe. And thus, emotion intelligence is intelligent use of emotions. What are the emotions? Surprise, passion, anger, happiness, whatever there, how intelligently you can use those emotions, that's the emotion intelligence. Emotion intelligence is about being heard smart, not just look smart. सिर्फ बढ़िया बढ़िया कपड़े डालकर बहुत स्मार्ट कपड़े डालकर नहीं, that's not emotional intelligence. But what you say is taken seriously, heard smart by emotional intelligence. Not about being nice all the time. No. It is about being honest. So I'm bringing an element of honesty in emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is not about being touchy-feely. That's a traditional way of looking. It is about being aware of your feelings and those of others. Aware of your feelings and those of the other people. And thus, emotional intelligence is not about being emotional. It is about being smart with your emotions. How intelligently, first point, how intelligently you can use your emotions in your day-to-day behavior. how intelligently you can use your emotions in handling the crisis. Crisis is not only COVID-19. There are many, many crises which come to me. I know, for example, in Delhi University, there are approximately 5,000 faculty members who are adults. So that's a crisis in their life when they become uncertainty. But to handle it, you require the emotional intelligence to intelligently use those emotions, recognize and use. That's for definition of emotional intelligence in front of you. That is, it is the ability, emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, number one, your emotions. Understand what they are telling you. Your emotions. Recognize them, understand what they are telling you, and realize how your emotions affect the people around you. Two broader elements are coming. One is coming self, other is coming other. Recognizing your emotions, understanding क्या बता रही है, what the emotions are telling me, क्या मैं समझूं इनसे, and then realization how your emotions, those emotions affect the people around you, people who are there. So let's make it more simple by a 2x2 quadrant in my next slide. 4 key domains of emotional intelligence are self-awareness, self-management, awareness, self and others. But only 2 elements, 2 divisions, self and others. Other can be your parents, your siblings, your co-workers, your boss, the person in the social organization or in the metro, wherever, in walks of life, those people. So self-awareness is the first element. Then self-management. Recognizing, getting aware about the self, about your behavior, about your emotions, and then manage them. And then recognize other social awareness that will build up to the relationship management. Okay? Again, repeating, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Self-awareness is the ability to accurately perceive your emotions and motives across various situations and circumstances. Self-awareness is the ability to accurately perceive your own emotions and motives across various situations. Self-management is the ability to effectively manage your emotions and behavior. जान लेना सब कुछ नहीं है, उसको मैनेज कैसे करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इमोशन गुस्से की इमोशंस है, एंग्री, लेकिन उसको मैनेज कैसे करना, दैट इज सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट. When to say yes and when to say no. When to laugh and when to cry. I hope it's clear. When to be active, when to be passive. When to be assertive, when to be withdrawn. I hope it makes sense. Self-management. Then, social awareness is the ability to accurately understand the emotions and concerns of other people. Other people with whom you interact. Or you interact most of the time, every time you interact with someone, one person, other person. So social awareness is the ability to accurately understand the emotions and concerns of other people. Your concerns are important, but other concerns are also important, equally important. And last, that is relationship management. Relationship management is the ability to inspire, very important. Inspire, influence, and develop relationship with others. Relationship management is the ability to inspire, influence, and develop relationship with others. And this is possible only provided you have done your self-diagnosis and also the social other people's diagnosis. You understand that? How the shoe can pinch you if too tight, and if you give to someone, how it's going to pinch that person up. So, what I need? What do I need to become successful? Because it's the journey now from COVID-19 to post-COVID-19, which already started to my mind. I perceive started. That is, a high IQ rating does not guarantee success. No. Your 99 percentile marks or 99.9, Manoj can admit a child with 100% marks, but that only will not determine the success of the child. Academically brilliant people can be socially and interpersonally inept. I hope you agree with my this statement. Out of control emotions can make intelligent people act as dumb people. Your emotions are not in your control. Can make in 99 percentile, 95, 98 percentile score person act as dumb person. And IQ is important, but IQ contribute only 20% success. And EQ is 4 times more important key factor to success than IQ. Now you decide what is more important. And I will differentiate. I will make you clear. Definitely, if a child having a degree from Delhi University or from IIT or IIM, definitely company will pick him. Because that's IQ. His score, his grades or her grades. The company will hire him. But whether he will sustain in that company or not, that will come through. Not IQ, will come from your emotional intelligence. IQ can get you hired. Listen to my statement. IQ can get you hired, but EQ will get you promoted, go up the ladder. Now you decide you want to be hired only or you want to be hired and promoted. With readiness and speed. मुझे मेरे बॉस ने प्रमोशन नहीं दी, दूसरे का सैलरी इतना बढ़ा दिया, मेरा सैलरी उसको जब 5% दिया तो मुझे 5% दिया, उसको 50% दे दिया. And no organization, that's the beauty of the private organization, no organization will retain a person who is not contributing to the organization growth. I think the principal will agree with me. He will not like to have such teachers who are not contributing to the growth of the college, institution, and the student. There you need your... So EQ is not equal to IQ. EQ is not equal to IQ. It's clear. And here is the difference between IQ will help. I said earlier, yeah. Help you get into the job, yes, will get you. But help you succeed at job, you require EQ. IQ measures ability to learn and understand. IQ is the measure of ability to learn and understand, but EQ is the measure of ability to use emotions and logical skills. You can learn through IQ, but how you can use in a logical way, you require emotional intelligence to handle it. IQ trying to convince someone by facts, but when reasoning is required, then EQ will try to convince someone by reasoning, by logic. I hope you're getting clear about the differences. IQ, being at the mercy of emotion because you don't understand them. Where EQ, understanding and managing emotions and using them for good reasons. This is a spelling mistake, not book, it's look. IQ looks smart, and EQ, you are heard smart. And then IQ will get you through the college, to get you through the university, to the school. But EQ will get you through the life. And the COVID crises are life-threatening crises. And you need to manage it. Okay, next. High EQ is needed. Why? When? High EQ is needed when you have not achieved. Please see this slide very carefully. High EQ is needed when you have not achieved all you expected you would. High EQ is needed when pressure seems to be ever present and growing. Principal साहब ने ये काम दे दिया, वो काम कर दिया, और देना है. It's to be done. Teacher ने दे दिया. A pressure seems to be growing ever. To handle that, you require say high EQ. High EQ is needed when you know you can do better. You can do better, but you don't know how. The answer will come from your EQ. When you feel that your boss does not understand you, your parents does not understand you, your dad does not understand you, you require high EQ to handle such situations. When subordinates don't seem to work and take initiatives, as a boss, you need to understand when subordinates are not taking initiative, are not working the way you want they should work, the organization needs are there. To handle them requires high EQ. When you feel low and don't know how to handle it, you're feeling low, but you don't know how to handle it. And when your income is not as high as others, when you are not being promoted with the readiness and speed you deserve as work. When you're not promoted, being promoted with the readiness and speed you deserve at work. When you have new responsibilities that stretch you to your limits. Like new responsibility, which have creeping in most of the education institutions. How to keep students engaged, how to evaluate them. The method of evaluation has changed. No, blackboard and chalks are gone. It's not in our hand. We have moved, yes, we have moved to the classroom by PPT, but today we have moved to the classroom to the virtual PPT. And this technology will learn it. To survival, you require to learn it. And emotional intelligence will help you to achieve and learn much faster. When your performance has dropped in the recent past, last 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, you find the performance is not. The child performance is gone. Down. When you generally feel a little out of place in this world, Out of box thinking, yes, important, but when we need to think out of box, it will be high EQ which helps us. Okay? Now I will share with you a kind of checklist. You identify what are the characteristics of a high EQ person. Easily you can find it. You have to be little alert and see your behavior. First of all, don't go and jump on others. First is self-awareness. That is, characteristics of a high EQ person are a time to be aggressive, a time to be passive. डंडा और झंडा लेकर कब चलना है और कब उसको नीचे रख देना है सारे. A time to be together, a time to be alone. Who can differentiate? A time to fight, a time to love. A time to work, a time to play. Play is important, work is also important. So when to play, when to work. A time to cry, a time to laugh. These are the characteristics of a high EQ person. A time to confront, a time to withdraw. A time to speak, a time to be silent. A time to hurry, a time to wait. These are the characteristics. I hope if you keep this in mind, be a little alert enough, you can easily see, identify about yourself. Is it that you know when time to aggressive, when to passive, when you have to, you confront, when you withdraw, or you always keep on confronting, always going to the principal or going to the teacher and fighting for each and everything? Is it like this? Just think over it. And these are the very prominent characteristics of a high EQ person. And then, what are the characteristics of low EQ person? Are, if only I had a different job. कहाँ जॉब मिल गई इस कॉलेज दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में कहीं और मिल जाती तो अच्छा होता. If only I had finished university degree. If only I had been handsome, beautiful. If only my spouse had stopped drinking or smoking. If only I had been born rich. If only I had better parents. If only I had married someone else. The person who keep on making these kinds of complaints are the signs of a low EQ person. These are the characteristics of a low EQ person. I will just take you back again to my slide because these two slides are very important which help you to identify. Of high EQ person, I'm again reading for you so that it gets imprinted in your mind. A time to be aggressive, a time to be passive, you can differentiate. A time to be together, a time to be alone. A time to fight, a time to love. A time to work, a time to play. A time to cry, a time to laugh. A time to confront, a time to withdraw. A time to speak, a time to be silent. A time to hurry, a time to differentiate. Identify. And use his intellectual ability, his emotions in that fashion. And low EQ, if only I had a different job, if only I had finished my degree from Harvard, if only I had been handsome and beautiful, if only I had been 6 feet tall, if only my spouse had stopped drinking, if only I had been born rich in a rich family, multimillionaire probably, if only I had better parents than what I have today, if only I had married someone else than with whom I married today. I hope it's clear the points to you, what I want to share with you. If you are on low EQ, as person low EQ have these kind of tendencies which are actually I've given you, will develop a personality. Consequences. That is anger, failure, fear, disappointment, frustration, obligation, guilt, resentment, emptiness, victimization, bitterness, dependence, depression, loneliness, instability, and lethargy. These are the consequences of being unsure. None of us would be interested to have these as the personality traits. develop due to the low EQ. And then high EQ, the consequences will be crystallized. Your personality would be in the area of high motivation, appreciation, friendship, self-control, satisfaction, freedom, fulfillment, autonomy, peace, desire, awareness, contentment, focus, elation, happiness, and balance. These are the consequences. And even often I have seen, we have not learned, for example, appreciation. We don't know how to take the appreciation. If somebody meet us in the morning and say, "Oh, you are looking pretty smart today. Oh, your dress sense is great." And what we say in return? "Are you trying to pull my leg?" While we should have said, "Thanks, I appreciate." लेकिन हम क्या कहते हैं? ये काम खींच रहे हो क्या आज? और कोई मिला नहीं मुझे तुम्हें आज. We don't take appreciation also personally. So that's due to the low emotional intelligence. Those are the consequences which I have shared with you. How to identify emotional intelligent person? There are 7 parameters. That is, a good listener knows what to say and how to say so that others are not offended or upset. Make others feel good. Masters at managing own emotions. Excellent decision maker. Knows when to trust his or her intuition. Intuition are part of personal life. It plays a big role. But when to trust, when not to trust. Knows how to use criticism to improve the performance. That's, in short, people with high emotional intelligence are usually successful in most things they do. What is the good news? It is possible to become emotionally intelligent. It is possible. How? Let me manage my emotions and not let my emotions manage me. If you agree, we can move further. I will give you some of these strategies. Come to an agreement. Let me manage my emotions and not let my emotions manage me. I will manage. If they are my emotions, let me manage. Why allow my emotion to manage me? Up to this point, I would like to ask, to think, to answer my question, how you are feeling now. My question, how you are feeling now. I'm sure answer must be coming in your mind. I starting my slide by questions. My questions must be increasing now to answer. How you are feeling now? कैसा फील हो रहा है?
More in control, sir.
Okay. Anyone else would like to say 1 or 2%? Please unmute and mute them immediately. If anyone would like to say 1 or 2 people, how you are feeling now?
Relaxed, satisfied.
Good. Anyone else?
Thoughtful.
Say it again, please. Other, unmute, please. Other, mute or other mute should mute.
Thoughtful.
Something on the table. Pardon, anyone?
Sir, excited to know more.
Okay.
Happy, best.
So hopeful.
Hopeful. So these are the emotions. I'm very glad whatever a couple of you said, you share your emotions. Not saying, oh, it means I have to learn more. Your lecture was great. Your lecture made me desire to learn more. So these are the things, are not emotions. Emotions are your happiness, sad, indifferent, disgusted. They are the emotions. So try to be touched with the emotions, not with your IQ. IQ is important, but that's a basis. Okay? If possible, let's see. I'm giving you 6 strategies becoming emotionally intelligent. Number 1, observe how you react to people. Can you please mute others? You can have a clarity then. Observe how you react to people. That is, do you rush to judgment before you know all the facts? You are the best judge. I can't tell about you. Do you stereotype? Look honestly at how you think and interact with other people. Look honestly how you think and interact with other people. Try to put yourself in their place and be more open and accepting of their perspective and needs. So first strategy, observe how you react to people. Is it that you go to the judgment, rush to the judgment before knowing each and every point, each and every fact figure? Is it that you stereotype on some culture basis, maybe? Look with honesty at how you think and interact with other people. Try to put yourself in the place and be more open and accepting of their perspective. First strategy, observe how you react. Second, look at your environment, work environment. That is, do you seek attention for your accomplishments? Is it that you are seeking attention? If you are a student, for small thing, whatever you do, you want attention from your teacher or from the principal? Is it like that? Humility can be a wonderful quality. Humility can be a wonderful quality, no doubt about it. But it does not mean that you are shy or lack self-confidence. It should not be linked with that. And give others a chance to shine. Put the focus on them. And don't worry you too much about getting praise for yourself. You will get the praise. Allow the other people to shine. Put focus on that. Once they will shine, you automatically will get the recognition by that person. Like coach, if the player is doing excellent, it's not only Sachin Tendulkar get the praise. His coach also get it. The college also get it. Principal also get it. Teacher also get it. If students are doing excellent. And we feel very proudly that alumni of my college are blah, blah, blah placed. So look at your work environment. Then, third, evaluation. Do a self-evaluation. What are your weaknesses? Everyone having weaknesses. What are your weaknesses? Why to deny if they are there? Whenever you fall sick, you go to the doctor, general physician. He or she gives you medicine for 3 days, invariably. This is global phenomena. 3 days, 3 doses, morning, afternoon, and evening. And if the problem continues, when you go to the next time, doctor may repeat for another 3 days with one change, but if the problem still continues, then he don't give the medicine. What he does? What he does? He gives you prescription. Asks you to go to the lab, get the following test done. Get the following test from the laboratory. Because Till now what he was doing hit and trial. And your problem is not solved by that. So if you go to the laboratory, give your blood sugar, whatever blood, urine, whatever is required for test, then you get the report. If out of 3 tests you done, if 1 report is positive, I tell you, doctor is very happy to see that report because no, he knew that we had to do the intervention. Agar तीनों negative आ गई, he is again confused what to do now. That is the reason. What are your weaknesses? Try to do evaluation. Good to know it. Once you know, you can, I'm sure you can help yourself to manage it, those weaknesses. Are you willing to accept that you are not perfect? And that you could work on some areas to make yourself a better person? Put the question. Have the courage to look at yourself honestly. It can change your life. I promise it will change your life. Then the stressful condition, 4th strategy. Examine how you react to stressful situations. Do you become upset every time there is a delay or something does not happen the way you want? Is it like this? Do you become upset every time there is a delay or something does not happen the way you want? You want with speed and readiness? Do you blame others or become angry at them even when it is not their fault? ऐसा तो नहीं है. Do you become angry on others or blame them even it's not their fault? Required to do some introspection after that. Keep your emotions under control when things go wrong. All the things will not go in the right direction. Some will not go the way you want. And keep that time your emotions under control. 5th one, the responsibility. Take responsibility for your action. Your actions are your actions. Take responsibility. Why should I take responsibility? Why should your parent take responsibility? Why should teacher take responsibility? Why your boss take responsibility? Take responsibility. If you hurt someone's feeling, apologize directly. Don't ignore what you did or avoid the person. Avoidance is not going to help you. People are usually more willing to forgive and forget. I'll tell you, people are normally more willing to forgive and forget if you make an honest attempt to make things right. कहते सुबह का भूला रात को घर आ जाए तो भूला हुआ नहीं मानते. The same thing. Most people are willing to forgive and forget if the attempt is make the attempt with honest, full of honesty to make things right. Last strategy, think from others' perspective, your actions in relation to others. Examine how your actions will affect others before you take those actions. बुलेट चलाने से पहले सोच लीजिए, चलाने के बाद नहीं. Proactive, not the reactive approach. That is, if your decision will impact others, put yourself in their place. How will they feel if you do this? Would you want that experience to happen with you? Yes, no. I hope answer is no. It's not for you, obviously not for others also. If you must take this action, how can you help others deal with the effects? You have taken action. Will you not dare to help the other person how to overcome that effect? Your action is affecting me. Don't you think you have the responsibility to help me to overcome that? If I have given a pain to you, I need to think, how can I help him or her to overcome that pain? These are the 6 strategies again. I'm just repeating top only just to remind you once more. Observe how you react to people. Look at your work environment. Do self-evaluation. Examine how you react to stressful situations yourself. Take responsibility for your actions. Then examine how your actions will affect others before you take those actions. And I'm sure we have worked on this. These are empirical tested strategies. And I think if you follow this strategy, these strategies will help you. This paradigm of emotional intelligence will be a great paradigm to help people to overcome the effect of, not overcome, to forget what happened during the COVID-19. It will go. It will go. And I know these days, I had some webinars done with some clubs. I know about 15 days I was doing with a Rotary Club, senior members. And one member asked me the question, very strange question. Looks to me, but I find the value. What he said, Dr. Saab, I'm so used to, he said, I'm 86-year-old. I used to leave my home 6 days, or some days, 7 days of the last 7 days. I 8 in the morning, come back at 9 p.m. I worked very extensively. I enjoyed my work. Work was my life. But last about 2.5 months, I'm inside the lockdown. I'm operating from here. I've learned all platforms like Google Meet, like Zoom, like Hangout. All I've learned it. How to go live on YouTube, how to go live on Facebook, how to show the PPTs. All I've learned it. I said, then what's the problem? He said, my problem is that if the lockdown will went to the unlocked period, everything will open, then how I will cope with that? I'm so used to this now. See the problem. The opportunity which he encashed looks like a problem to him. So again, we have to re-strategize your strategies and emotional intelligence. So I again worked with him. That's a long story. Then we start working on that to re-emphasize the paradigm. Here, dear viewers, on my own YouTube channel over here by the name of Prof. Chadha, there are last 2 months, I put 49 videos over there of the duration of 30 to 35 minutes, not a very long one, or different parameters of the intervention which needs to be done. If you like, some of you have time, would like to go ahead, you can go ahead and see them, and it will help you in managing those, developing your strategies. With this, I will stop it over here. And if you have any questions, I'd love to take that. Question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Professor. And also thank you, the participants. That was a very enriching session, sir. So you began by posing a significant question on the cost benefit of the situation, and also you support your arguments with empirical data, and you also take into considerations all the events that are the fallout of COVID-19, and also you argue as in how COVID-19 is posed as a challenge, and how our desire to excel, irrespective of the circumstances, it can be witnessed during these circumstances, right? And also how the circumstances, which is emotionally charged kind of a situation, which during this phase also we can still excel. Thank you for putting us this kind of a faith and offering us a paradigm which has been proven to be empirically very fruitful also, sir. So thank you. So there are questions from the participant, and one question is from Kavita Chaudhary. The question is, The question is, there are times when we have high EQ, and sometimes we become too emotional. So, is it possible to have that stable high EQ throughout the day and lifetime? So, this is the question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It happens. You think you have high EQ, but I have given the diagnosis high EQ when you can differentiate one thing and another thing. But if you can't, you have the emotions also. You can't use the emotions intelligently. So emotion intelligence also requires the use of emotion intelligently. That means still you need to work, to my mind concept, to develop your emotional intelligence in a bit more, do a honest diagnosis, just go inside, do introspection, and if you can't make the introspection, have a trustworthy friend or family member who can honestly can help you to do the introspection. And whenever the introspection is done, it's always first of all to trust building. Trust building is very important. Say for example, if I don't trust someone, if someone will tell me about something, I don't have a great trust on him because he telling, say for example, he telling about my weakness. He telling me you cry a lot on small things. What I will do, I will try to justify. No, it's not true. And that person will insist me again. Say for example, I will again justify second time. The third time he says or she said, no, I read the last 6 months or 3 months and my judgment is absolutely accurate. What will happen after that? What I will do, and not I, anyone will do, will withdraw from the discussion with that person. That's a withdrawal symptom will come. Clear? That means I'm not ready to do the introspection. But then I will only step the introspection. You must have seen, sometimes it happens in everyone's life. If someone we don't like him, we don't trust him, if he or she will tell me something for my benefit, which is of my use, what I will think? No, he must be having or she must be having some of his interest inside. So I just reject it. That might be true because I don't trust, so I don't believe it. So use your emotions, Kavita, very intelligently, it will help you. And I've given the 6 parameter strategy at the end, and those strategy can just try to use it, it will help you. I'm sure. I hope I could answer.
Thank you, sir. And so there's also another question, and this question is from me. So we've been talking about education, and the education that we follow is highly utilitarian principle based, right? So, sir, what are the challenges that we might face if we want to introduce any courses like for emotional education? What are the challenges that might
I would say, I said it's an opportunity and challenges initially my survey I've shown you. And this is the opportunity. I think let's not confine only. No, let's define first of all what is employability index. Ultimately, from every education, at the end we want to be employed at a good place. Am I right? What is employability index? To my definition of employability, that employability is the mathematical function of domain knowledge and soft skill. Domain knowledge and soft skill. Okay. Domain knowledge means your knowledge in the subject, psychology or mechanical engineering or civil engineering or medicine. That's the domain knowledge. But soft skill, do you think that our education system will provide any kind of platform to develop these soft skills? No, we don't provide. Except in psychology, I know. In psychology, we start providing some soft skill in the new syllabus. No. And our children, and most of the complaint of the MNC companies towards our students is that our Indians are 70 to 80% students are not employable. Have you heard this statement? Often come in the newspaper. 70 to 80% students are not employable. Don't you think the question comes to the educationist mind? Why our children? They are from SRCC, they are from Aryabhatta, they are from IP College, they are from LSR, they are from great universities and colleges across the country. Why they are not employable? Because they don't know how to handle the soft skills, the life skills. They don't know how to handle, how to work under stressful conditions. The condition where you get will not be goody-goody all the time. Present conditions are not goody-goody, but we made it goody-goody. I'm glad that about 70, 80 people are there at this moment with me, and many must be there watching on the YouTube also. So we brought them over here with the technology. From MNC company, as my experience with some of you can go, if you like, you can go to my YouTube channel. You'll find there are some video on the how to face an interview, how to develop your resilience power. These are the tips I've given you how to develop and crash it. We need to prepare our children, and this is the opportunity. Don't go by the academic degrees are very important, because domain knowledge is the first thing. The second is soft skill. There's so many short-term courses are going on. Online courses are equally valid now on the team building, emotional intelligence, understanding self and others, the decision making. So take up these short courses. So these courses will make you. These courses will be helpful to you for children to get a good employability in the organization. Make sense?
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for highlighting again the importance of building different range of skills for our sustenance and also for our for an overall development.
Let me give you an example. You may laugh. Some of you might laugh. My credential has been told by Rajesh already. Blah blah blah. What I've all done it. When the lockdown happened, 10 days I was really like a mad person. What to do? I don't know. I have been thinking last 2 years learn this technology, IT technology, but always procrastination. Kar lenge, do it. I will do it. And no, there were no options. What to do it? I start seeing some of the people were coming live on Facebook. Some of the people are going on YouTube. Sometimes they want to have a lecture from me on the Zoom. I spent 1 day from them to learn how to come on the Zoom. Still was not sure whether I can show my PPT or not. Then one day I decided to come on the Facebook live. How to come? I called one professor of IT. She's working under me in Manav. I asked, her name is Prof. Indu. I said, Prof. Indu, I want to learn how to come on the Facebook live. She said, okay, sir, I will teach you. I said, how much, sir? It will take half an hour to 1 hour. I said, listen, if you want to teach me, I'm very happy. I want you to be my teacher, but please, you are a professor, but don't think I am the chairman. I'm the professor. If you consider me as a 6th standard student, only then teach me. And what she said, sir, how it's possible? You are my boss. How can I teach you like this? I said, then don't teach me. Then don't teach me. But when I ask you I want to learn from you as a student. Believe me, after 2 days she taught me for 15 minutes, and when she was going further, going live is very simple on the Facebook. But coming with the PPT, you require more technology. It's much difficult to come on the technology with the PowerPoints over there. When she was teaching, I said, Professor Indu, please stop it. I have only capacity up to this level. I am a 6th standard student. I don't think I can go beyond that. You got me? I can't go beyond that. Let me master this, then I will come to you. And then I master it, then I have to say. So why I give you example, please, if you have the intention to learn like a student. Then you will learn. If you think, most of us have been in difficulty that we think somebody is teaching, he says, oh, I know everything. If you know everything, why you're sitting over here? Go ahead. So that mindset need to be broken. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. So I think what you said was your experience with your receptivity to changes, so that you're adaptable to the environment, and then you make the most out of the environment and situation. Yes. So this is what every one of us we have to imbibe, and also this is the challenge that we are facing. We have been challenged to adapt to the environment and
convert the challenge to opportunity now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I give you initially as a challenge, take it as an opportunity.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
If once we experience challenge, only then we can make an attempt.
Yes.
It's good. It's good that you experience challenge. That means there is a desire to do something to overcome the challenge. Okay?
Wonderful, sir. Yes, yes, sir. So let's all take this as a challenge to improvise and also, yes, to better, to increase.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. We can hear. We have a question.
Dr. Chadha, this is Dalit.
Okay,
Singh from Chandigarh.
I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay, you can see me.
Let me tell you, he is a person. He is a very senior bureaucrat. He is the state election commissioner of Haryana State. 1982 IAS officer. He and me have worked a lot in the area of emotional intelligence. At present, I'm glad to see you, Dr. Dalit Singh.
Okay.
No. This is the
It's
first
also,
time. Of course, I've been reading.
And also, it's an honor. Yes, sir. You may continue. Yes, you may continue, sir, please.
Yeah, Dr. Sir, you have not told us whether emotional intelligence can be measured or not, because that is one area where I work. So,
yes, it can be measured. There are tools also.
So, if the people who are watching the show, if they want to know about their emotional intelligence, what should they do? So that is an area, where I also work.
Dr. Nielsen, most of the students in this, I think, group are from psychology background, and they are doing this test of emotional intelligence. And then one of the tools which has been developed me and by Dr. Dalit Singh, which is very widely used, that's the know your emotional intelligence. It's a situation test which is available in the market also. And many people have done on that test emotional intelligence, but there are a couple of more also tests. But this is test of emotional intelligence. We're trying to assess 3 different dimensions of emotional intelligence of a person. And this is test which has been developed on the Indian population in the corporate world. And corporate world also, many corporate people, for the selection of their employees also use that test to understand their competency and maturity as a sensitivity. It will measure emotional competency, emotional maturity, and emotional sensitivity. Okay.
And let me also inform the participant that in UPSC, the Union Public Service Commission, where civil services exams are held every year for IAS and IPS, and some of you may be appearing also, or may have appeared. It has emotional intelligence has been included in the examination now, and we expect the senior officer who joined government service now to have a high amount of emotional intelligence. So that is one area where even government has recognized that EQ matters.
It matters a lot. So that's why I talk about the EQ paradigm today on post-COVID. This is the EQ paradigm which help people to overcome.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir and professor. And also, sir, we are very much honored to have you in our session today. And since you have done a lot of very pertinent work in terms of the practical aspects of the emotional question, sir, and we are very honored and we are very thankful for your presence and for your input also.
Thank you.
Yes. So now I would now request our principal, sir. I think sir also might want to say something about this session, if he's around. Okay. So I think he must have been caught up with another thing, or maybe some. Yes.
I know there's a lot of responsibility on the principals these days.
Yes.
This time. Yeah.
He has to do a lot of things at one time. So I think we can go.
About to come. He is about to come.
Okay.
Meanwhile, can we take another question, Susami?
Yes, we don't have any questions, but if anybody wants to share their opinions and comments, we can make use of this time for the comments and the opinions. Anyone, please, from the participant? Okay, so sir, there is another question from Yes, from Dr. Bhavani Prakash. The question is, can we relate personality disorders and EQ?
Yeah, I think they're not very clear empirical evidence that can be uh, empirically validated. So, but for emotional intelligence is taken in a positive perspective, not as a negative perspective, you know. And with the positivity, bringing emotions in, with the honesty and sincerity, which I've explained in my slides, I think that can be good interventions over there because we are taking emotional intelligence as an intervention strategy for all walks, basically all walks of life. It's not only confined to college or the education institution, it's with the corporate world also. It's with the physically challenged population also. So I think this can be maybe taken as a Bhavani can think, Bhavani Prakash can think that as a empirical strategy, and this strategy as either it's not very difficult. You can do online also some survey and then see the trend over there. The way we have done in 1 week, I told you 3800 samples we could do.
Okay. Yes. So, sir, the next question is, since we belong, yes, the question is from Varsha Singh. Since we belong to collectivistic culture, we as Indians, are we more emotionally intelligent as compared to others? So I assume as compared to those who belong to individualistic.
No, I will not answer this question because then my prejudice might reflect on that.
Okay.
And I give you one strategy not to be prejudiced. You know.
Okay. So you're most welcome to guard your own.
It's nothing like a culture, you know, it's Indian like this or Eastern like this, you know. That controversy, like black and white was brought controversy in US, you know. Let's not fall into that kind of controversy.
Okay. So we can say that it is not culture specific as of
it's
now.
not culture specific. No.
Yes. Okay.
No.
Thank you. So
I'm sorry, he is not being able to connect. Means
okay.
There's some problem of connections. He's trying. Professor Chadha, it was really a treat to listen to you. You answered most pertinent questions that we are facing right now, and we are very thankful, sir, that you are here, sir. But let me ask one thing: when we talk about the emotional quotient, does it have some spiritual dimension also?
That's another dimension, you know. Some components are related to EQ and SQ. I have a scale also. I've developed a scale to measure emotional, spiritual quotient also. But there's a linkage, you know. And some weightage of the SQ is also there in the EQ component.
Okay.
It's like some weightage the IQ also. And EQ is basically broader than which we have taken by SQ and the EQ. Both are contributing. And these days, some people are also trying to bring the PQ, passion quotient. It's a passion. It's a junoon. So that's also there. And one of my students had done some work on this area. I can't recollect the exact finding, but she had done the work on the emotion, passion quotient also. Where SQ also brought the element. You are right. SQ had element of contribution to the emotional intelligence.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, Sushumi.
Yes. So we have come to the end of the Q&A session and also the lecture. So thank you so much, sir, for helping us to navigate this range of complex intricacies of emotions, and this emotion define our life and functioning, right? And so it's a good news that we have a paradigm to follow, right? And a paradigm that will allow us to deal more effectively, and we can come out of this pandemic more equipped and more emotionally advanced. So thank you so much to all the participants, and also very much thank you so much to sir. So may I now request Dr. Ravi to propose the vote of thanks? So over to you.
Yes.
Ravi. Over to you.
Yes. Thank you, Sushomi. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for webinar organized by our department. First of all, I would like to show my sincere gratitude and respect to our guest speaker, Professor N.K. Chadha, for his extremely informative and enlightening lecture on the topic post-COVID-19 EQ paradigm. Sir has extremely generous and kind. He has always ready to give his blessing to our department, and it's the biggest compliment for us that Sir feels that Aryabhatta College is his Maika, and it's been really wonderful, sir, to listening you always. Um, as Sir has rightly said that the high IQ people reach to a certain position, but it's EQ that we make us learn how we can stay there and excel from there. Only intelligence will not ensure success in our life. Uh, Also, the emotional intelligence is equally important for sustaining, adjusting, shaping the pressure in a positive direction. And this unprecedented pandemic situation that has become a new normal in our life is posing a threat and challenges to mental well-being. And we have to redefine the dimensions of our life again. In that, EQ is definitely going to play very extremely important role. I'm very sure that all the participants must have gained a lot from this educative discussion. And next, I would also like to thank our principal, Dr. Manoj Sinha, for his permission to organize this webinar. And it's great encouragement from us that Sir has taken out time to witness this event in person. I also want to show my sincere gratitude towards our beloved teacher in charge, Dr. Rajesh Dwivedi, for his guidance and to organize this webinar. My heartfelt thanks to my dear colleagues in my department. They are the main executives of this event. They really worked hard to organize this webinar. I would also like to thank all the colleagues from our college and other institutions for to participate in this webinar. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the students for listening this talk patiently and asking relevant questions. Thank you all once again. Over to you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks all of you. I enjoyed. I hope it will be useful for the participants. And at the end, I will say, stay safe and blessed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.